internet for Chinese tea education. Looking at lots of leaves and dogs on rooftops here in China. This is my rooftop here in China, where I drink copious amounts of Chinese tea. Look at that Chinese architecture, totally China. And I got the grapes going. They're going to be filling in nicely. I got this plant kind of reshuffled. We're kind of shuffling. There's a constant sort of rotation and shuffling around. We got the bamboo over here now. Things are kind of moving around. But, what's not moving around is the fact that we love tea. So this is a Sanyang Fang. Sanyang Fang, Sanyang Fang Shui Xian. And it's so it's a Wui rock tea. And it's outside the Zhengyan area, but at high elevation. So, the prized terroirs in Wui are those Zhengyan, the three streams and gorges, the three gorges, two streams. And, those are not high elevation. So, in the case with Wui Shan, with Yancha rock tea, high elevation is not really the best. So this is a higher elevation, maybe 500, 600 meters, whereas that really prestigious Huiyuan rogueway is like 200, 300 meters. So that's kind of an interesting... No, this is Shuixian. Yeah, Shuixian. It maybe looks similar. Yeah, I got the Shuixian. So, it's interesting to note that in rock teas, high elevation is not the most prestigious. So I'm just going to give a little rinsey rinse here. I'm going to drink this rinse. Oh, no, I'm not. Sorry, because I need to clean my teaware. Yeah, this teaware is a little bit grimy. What's that? It's like some... Okay. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well out there. You're back on the roof. Little rainy morning here. Happy to be back on the roof. Got these two dogs and a cat in the cage. He's just chilling in there. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. So thinking about golden water turtle. Yeah, so this is like a water Shui Xian. It was like water immortal or something. Yeah, good call. Noticing the shui means water. That's an important one. But yeah, this is my rooftop here in China, where I drink copious amounts of Chinese tea. I'm all in on tea, guys. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink alcohol or energy drinks or soda. All in on tea. Water and tea. That's the way we're going through life. Water and tea. So yeah, this is Shui Xian, which is like water immortal. Xian, Ba Xian from Dansong Teas. Ba Xian is 8 immortals. This is Shui Xian. It's like water immortal. So I got the Shui Xian. It's from Sanyang Fang. Sanyang Fang. And it's outside the Zhengyan area, but at high elevation. So it has a little bit of a different twist on it. It's slightly more affordable than those three. There's like the Niolang Kang and the Huiyuan Kang. And the, I just can't even think about it right now. It's funny. But yeah, it's so it's not a super prestigious terroir, but it is high elevation, right outside the Zhengyan area. And I'm just trying all sorts of rock teas right now. I'm in like a little discovery phase, and I'm just kind of going in and out, back and forth between about 15 different rock teas, and just trying to pick something decently affordable. Because I got this Huiyuan rogueway that's coming to the website, but that's going to be expensive, like $1.50 a gram. So I want to be able to hit the like the like around the less than 50 cents a gram rock tea. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now, is trying to find an affordable, everyday rock tea. And I don't think this is going to be it. This one's a little bit gutless. The gutless wonder. But yeah, the rooftop's doing good. Check out the dragon fruit next door. My wife has actually been sneaking this little, she has this little picking tool. She's been sneaking over the fence and stealing these dragon fruits. Now, these people are just letting the birds get them, and they're not, like, see, this one's been mauled by birds. So they're not actively, like, protecting that and trying to consume them. But still, I told her, property rights. You gotta ask for permission before you touch someone else's plants, and she insists it's okay. Okay. Try to explain how property rights are the foundation of all human rights. It starts with your body. You have a right to your body. You own your body. And by extension, you own your labor. Anyways, we don't need to get into economic theory here today. But yeah, really nice. I wouldn't even call it a really nice. This is okay. Manageably decent. It's okay. A little bit of disappointment. It doesn't have a lot of good flavor to it. And it was a little expensive, so yeah, I don't think this one's making the cut. But I'm still going to drink it all because I'm at that point in my life where I just can't, it's really hard for me to part with tea. But yeah, hot, humid, but today we get a little bit of a wind and we had some rain, so it's a little bit cooler, a little bit more manageable right now. The grapes are just thriving. We've got all this kind of lattice work going. And I actually want this one to move over there a little bit, but that's okay. So yeah, the bamboo, the grapes. The grapes are graping over here. Beautiful. And the sugar cane is just off the chain. Let's see if we can actually see the sugar cane part. Yeah, I think it's just like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I don't really understand sugar cane. Oh, there it is. So it'll be like that. Oh no. I don't really get it. But my wife assures me there is sugar cane coming on that. Here's the papaya tree, just thriving. The way the water just beads up on this. Love papaya trees. They grow so easily. Look, it just has like less than a foot of soil. And it's just popping off. You got the sunbathing recliner. Yeah, that $1.50 one is the one from the the subscription. Yeah, the Tea Club. Yeah, it's unfortunate I can't get a better price on that. I mean, I'm even friends with the producer. He's he can't. In quantities. I'm not buying large quantities. But yeah, it'll probably be around $1.50 and yeah, but it seems like the right price. It's not like overpriced, but it's not really a screaming deal either. Hey, Infinity Blessed One. I am in southern China, in the city of Shenzhen, but I'm kind of on the outskirts. Yeah, Shenzhen, just across the border from Hong Kong. Look at that mountain. Wow. So yeah, the rain was gone for like a day, and then it popped right back. Still have intentions to go live stream from up there one day soon. But yeah, this is China. I moved here in 2014. Dropped out of college, Just wanted to try a different path. And boy, it's been a different path, let me tell you. Um, I taught English for a while, and then I had my own English school for a while, and then I sold mechanical watches for a while, and then I quit drinking, and then I went all in on tea, and now we're here. Yeah, I was like a raging alcoholic through my 20s. I think long-time viewers of the channel will know that. Yeah, I had a lot of problems with that. You know, injuries, legal problems, expenses, just a lot of problems. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. We're not doing that anymore. So glad. And sometimes you got to live life on the wild side to really realize what you don't want in life. And first you realize what you don't want. Then you can really target what you do want. And what I want is great tea every day and a beautiful, healthy life. And that's what I'm doing. So yeah, thanks Infinity Blessed. Thanks for asking. Any other questions? You know, I love answering questions. Life in China. I always think it's funny. There's a lot of vitriol and passion on the internet about China. You know, China as a topic in general is just so polarizing to the Western mind. It's quite fascinating to watch. People are like, China's in the future. They're the best, 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 best. And the other people are like, it's the worst. The worst, the worst, the worst, the worst. It's like so funny. And if you say anything positive about China, people are like, you're a shill. You're a shill. Who's paying you? And if you say something negative about China, they're like, propaganda, propaganda. It's just so funny, man. It's a riot to really... And none of these people have ever been to China. It's like so funny. It's really hilarious. It's like, it's just really funny. I try not to look at that stuff. But, you know, I do a lot of social media stuff. Sometimes I catch some of that and I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone's just so... It's not really... It's not either of those extremes. It's definitely somewhere in the middle. But yeah, I think America will retain its top dog position for our lifetimes. And beyond, possibly. You know, every country has major problems. We don't have to make this political. But yeah, every country has problems. China has some big ones. Inequality is huge. You know, inequality is pretty big in America. You know, whenever you have explosions in technology and opportunity, that just makes a huge division. Because some people will use the technology and the opportunity, and some people will watch Netflix. And so you just get this massive divergence. And it's like if there was like 10 people riding a bicycle, 10 people running a race, and you gave one of them a bicycle, some technology, well, that guy's going to certainly win. And if you put some bicycles on the side and they can use it, the people that chose to use the bicycle would just dominate. And it would create a huge inequality in who finished the race. Because those people chose to use the technology. That's what technology is. It's like an engine. It amplifies the human will. So if you're like trying to win, you know, it's going to make you win harder. So I don't want to get too philosophical here. Didn't this guy drop out of high school? Why are we listening to this guy? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. That's so funny. Yeah, I dropped out of high school too. I dropped out of high school and then dropped out of college. There's just kind of a pattern there, a real pattern. But yeah, huge income inequality here in China. Like the United States, I think it's a little bit worse than the United States. Yeah, it is worse. It's got to be way worse. I mean, there's a huge rural-urban divide here. I mean, my wife's parents live on couple $100 a month. It really is like that. And my wife's mother can't read. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, that generation, women just weren't really supposed to go to school. And so she never learned how to read and just never really thought it was important. And I always joke that I'm like her, we both can't read Chinese. And she speaks an atypical Mandarin dialect. It's not even Mandarin. It's a local language from Hubei Hua. And, in Mandarin we say like, mei wenti, no problem. In the Hubei language, they say mao de wenti. So there's just like these little variations. And, so yeah, huge urban-rural divide. Population collapse is a thing. Those are some negatives. But positives, man, the manufacturing capacity is huge. Work ethic in general tends to be very strong. People are not afraid to put in some serious hours. Labor's inexpensive. Ease of doing business. It's actually so funny. The ease of doing business for the low level. If you're just trying to start like a little noodle shop or something, easy. You can start it tomorrow. It's like my brother-in-law started a coffee shop. No problem. Couple $1,000 and you're off to the races. Everybody has a WeChat account, and that's a prolific form of payment here. So anybody can just start accepting payments. You don't have to like get a payment processor and all that nonsense. And you pay large amounts to people. You can pay someone 10 grand over WeChat without setting up any like business account or anything. So that's interesting. Ease of doing business. Anybody can throw a little QR code around their neck and start selling something on the street, no problem. So I really like that kind of like low-level entrepreneurial ease of doing business is what that is. It's just at the very lowest level, very easy to do business. And especially in a city like Shenzhen, everybody's doing business. Man, that's the most interesting thing about a place like Shenzhen. So many people, they come to Shenzhen to make their money. Everyone's got some idea. Everyone's starting some business. A lot of talented labor here. A lot of smart, PhDs and masters. I think Shenzhen has like the highest like PhD per capita of like any city in China. It's insane. The tech companies are here. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of the big ones. DJI has their headquarters over across town. They're a huge company. Tencent, the company that makes WeChat, they're over in Nanshan also, which is part of Shenzhen. BYD has a major plant here and their headquarters. BYD is an interesting case. Warren Buffett was like an early investor in BYD. And to this day, they make like 99% of the world's electrical buses. Kind of an interesting factoid for you. I don't know. We're getting off topic here. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I was just remarking on how the internet's kind of everyone's so polarized. But it's like every country has problems, and yeah. So, anyways, in conclusion, I think America is going to be just fine. I think America is going to retain its number one position for the rest of the century. And, I'm not like an expert or anything. Just a guy that's been mixing my life with this place for over 10 years. But, yeah, I mean, essentially China's massive rise in the past couple decades. They got World Trade Organization status in 2001. I think that was Clinton. And ever since that, they've had really explosive growth. So 2001 to like 2019, I think history is going to look back at that as like the golden time for China's growth. Consistently getting between 7 and 10% year over year GDP increase. And so that was like this pent up production ability and this pent up, just a lot of forces pent up. And so when they joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, they were able to really ramp up exports, and capital was able to flow into China more easily to get factories going. And yeah, I think those kind of like easy gains are over. And so, like, I don't think it's going to just continue forever, like that kind of growth rate. You know, it's like when an economy kind of opens up to let some foreign capital in, there's like an explosion of growth. But, you know, that foreign capital's kind of left the building. It's really fascinating. If you look at charts, you see it's just fell off a cliff. So, yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I think those easy gains are kind of gone. And there's just, you know, Chinese people don't like, if I may be so bold, Chinese people don't like spending a lot of money. I mean, I don't think I'm like shocking anybody here. But there's a culture of like conservative spending and saving. And not like, oh, let's go to the mall and spend $1,000. Like, you know, you'll see wealthy people like with old phones and stuff. Like, there's just not this consumption culture of like, I gotta get the new thing. So, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, so domestic consumption is still kind of lagging. So, it's still very much export driven. China's done really well at diversifying away from the U.S. with exports, though. You know, South America, Africa, other Asian nations are. Yeah, anyways, I'm just kind of rambling off here. But, yeah, China has a lot of really positive things going for it, but also some negatives, like any place. So, yeah, I'll stop talking about this now. I don't really want to talk about this stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why. YMZ photos. I don't know why you made me get into this today. But yeah. There's going to be a lot of deep cooperation between China and the U.S. for a long time. Because America likes to buy stuff, and China likes to make stuff. And that is just quite symbiotic. And like the scale at which there are these like differences, like the production scale in China. Like, I don't have exact numbers, but it's just more vast than what you can probably think of easily. Thank you! Infinity Blessed. How's the tea? Yeah, we're talking about tea here. Thank you for saying my garden's nice. Yeah, the tea. It's not that good, honestly. It's a little bit murky. You know, murky's not really a problem if it's like trichomes, but it doesn't really seem like trichomes. It's not my favorite, but it is kind of notable that it's like a high elevation Sanyangfang, high elevation outside Zhengyan. Shuixian. It's okay. It's you know, it's nice. It's a little bit overpriced for what it tastes like to me. But yeah, thanks for the garden compliment. Thanks for getting us back on track, YMZ photos. Wow, look at that mountain. Just enveloped in the clouds. Garden's looking good. Ganesh just chilling. Just chilling. Got the lemons coming right along. And the papaya tree. Man, I hope to get some papayas. I love papayas. This is the sweet potato vines. And it comes from the sweet potatoes. We can probably find some in here. Yeah, there's a sweet potato right there. Yeah, you just throw your sweet potatoes in the garden and you get this amazing vine. And you just pick it off and fry it up with some olive oil. Delicious. This flower, super fragrant. Really nice. The rose bush just throwing these tendrils. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna be like this old man, just on my roof. This is like old man activities. Like just like 60 years old, stumbling around your roof, drinking tea, talking about the plants. Come on, buddy, get a job. Yeah, it's still drinkable. It's not bad. It's just not amazing. That's right. It's just a sipper. Get a job, Lauren. You can't just ramble on about geopolitics, and you can't just ramble on about geostrategic economics while drinking tea and looking at plants all day. Get a job. It's so funny. Oh man. Yeah, it's definitely drinkable. And I have pretty low standards actually of what I will. Honestly, it's like very. That's interesting. This lid just flipped. Yes, I have pretty low standards. I'll drink pretty much anything, except for this terrible Bama tea I had once. I'll never forget that Bama. It was like, oh, da Hong Pao. Oh my gosh. I think it had some adverse storage conditions or something, because it was terrible. Yeah, I drank most teas. There was some brick tea that I got in Xinjiang province once when I was doing that crazy cycling across China back in like 2017 or 8. Yeah, 17. Yeah, like I just stopped at this little store and there was like some brick tea, and that was awful. It was just like crumbled in your hands, and it was just not pleasant. Actually, on that trip, I did something interesting. So there's a lot of industrial hemp production here, but if you grab a bunch of the top buds, top colas, or they're not really colas, but like the top of, if you grab a bunch of tops from industrial hemp and then you simmer it in like full fat milk for like 10 hours, like you're gonna have something. It's just that I'd let you guys know a little hack there. When you're traveling countries with industrial hemp, fill a backpack full of that stuff and go simmer it in some milk in your hotel room for about 10 hours. You're gonna have a wicked cannabis milk drink. Anyways, that's that. Yeah, we're not supposed to do that here. Thanks, YMZ Photos. Yeah, tea is my job. Tea is my job. I'm working right now. Workaholic, some might say. Lauren, why are you working so hard? I just love shipping tea. He just loves shipping tea. And sipping tea. Thanks, t-shirt. Yeah, sipping tea, shipping tea. Speaking of shipping tea, AI told me that China Post was still able to export tea to the U.S. And so I was trying a new system where the guy comes to my place, picks up a box. He like took it away, and then I paid, and then he brought it back to my house the next day. Said they can't fulfill shipping to the United States. That's China Post. That's like the government post office. So that sucks. So I'm still going to be using DHL out of Hong Kong right now. But DHL was telling me that their little 30% discount they were giving me expires at the end of the month. I'm going to see if I can, wheel and deal with them down there at the counter. But, yeah, so I'm trying to hit the 30th. Get a little deal on some shipping DHL out of Hong Kong on Monday. Going to do that. And with some fresh tea. This is new tea. I'm bringing... Okay, guys, I'm telling you now. I'm bringing the Shai Hong cakes to the website. And I think they're going to be ready for that 4th of July sale. So the Shai Hong cakes... the Shai Hong cakes came with the first tea club. And, yeah. So they're coming to the website now. Just those billion-year-old tree Shai Hong cakes, sun-dried red tea. I like it. But I hope you guys like it, because it's not about me. I can get really selfish with my offerings on the website. I like this tea and this tea and this tea, and you're gonna like it too. Ah, good. Emmanuel really liked that tea cake. Well, great, Emmanuel. I'm really happy to hear that. And it's just not my own little exercise in narcissism and pushing my favorites onto the world. This is gonna be your favorite tea too. Cool, man. Yeah, well, that's like coming to the website, and yeah, 4th of July. I think it's gonna be on there at a good price, and Yeah, snap up a couple of them. Get 5 of them. Get ready for give them to some friends. Nothing is a better gift than a Shy Hung cake. Gosh, I mean, you give one of those to your coworkers, one of your employees, or your neighbor. I mean, you give that to your boss. I mean, he is gonna put you on that short list for that fast track to director. This has a decent cha-chi. Maybe you guys can tell by all my yapping. Yeah, I'm getting in the zone with this one. Yeah, it's a 200 gram sun-dried Jingmai sun-dried red tea. Yeah. Ancient tree, Gushu, and aged from like 2015. So it's like, it checks all the boxes, guys. It checks all the boxes. We're talking aged. We're talking Gushu, billion-year-old trees. We're talking high-quality terroir. It's got everything you want. Checks all the boxes. 11 years old now. 11 years aged. Sun-dried red tea. Jingmai ancient trees. What more could you want? It's a spec monster. This cake is a spec monster. Yeah. A spec monster. I don't think anybody talks about a tea cake like that. It's a spec monster. Checks all the boxes. Checks all the boxes for delicious tea. So funny. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Wow, t-shirt gave me the fire emoji. Thank you. Yeah. Really feeling it today. These coals are piping hot. And, but yeah, I brought the dry leaves too. I thought I might need a double session, but actually I'm flying pretty high. I don't think I'm going to need that double barrel, double dose. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of 4th of July sale. It'd be like a free Jingmai ancient tree red tea pouch with all orders over $17.76. Isn't that a good sale for the 4th of July? Over $17.76. And I'll make like a promotional video with like an American flag in the back, wearing like a tricorn hat. Be like, tease how this whole thing got started, gentlemen. And now we're gonna drink some tea on that day too. So funny. Yeah, it's real interesting history, the Boston Tea Party and stuff. Yeah, you mess with a man's tea, be prepared to fight. You don't mess with my tea, buddy. Yeah, this tea's actually got me flying pretty high. The color's kind of going away. That was a pretty fast infusion. My water, maybe not the hottest right now. Well, it's pretty hot. I always came prepared with an extra 1.5 liters of pretty hot water. I mean, this is just boiled before I got started. But yeah, wow, 8 people watching. Pretty good numbers. Pretty good numbers for a little guy like me. I just get happy when there's more than one person watching. But yeah, you guys drinking any tea today? What did you guys drink? This is how the day's starting for me with this yancha. This just okay yancha. So yeah, what else to talk about? Tea tour. You know me, always rolling out fresh products because there's a lot of demand out there. Ooh, ginger tea. Wild black tea. Wow. Hey, Infinity Blessed, are you just like smashing up pieces of ginger and then pouring hot water on it. That's awesome. That's a very Chinese way to do it. Yeah, ginger tea. I have some ginger downstairs. It's more of like a tisane, like an herbal thing. That's great. Yeah, I've actually really enjoyed that. They do a lot of that in India too. Yeah, ginger tea and like pepper tea. They'll put like a black pepper in like just like with ginger, black pepper. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Infinity Blessed. I used to do that all the time. I haven't done that in a while though. I cook with the ginger almost every day. Yeah, ginger is awesome. Really cool. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, in India they'll do like lemon pepper chai. They'll have like lemon and pepper, and then they'll do like ginger pepper. They'll do like chili and ginger, like red chili in with ginger and like black pepper, and like they'll mix it with their kind of low grade black tea, red tea. Awesome. Do you mix tea with that too, or is it just straight ginger? That's cool. That's awesome. YMZ Photos said white rooster comb, then aged white from 2013. Gosh, where did you get some Baijiguan? You get some Baijiguan? I have a little bit of Baijiguan. I'm gonna make a video about it soon. Yeah, you got some Baijiguan. The white coxcomb. Yeah, Baijiguan. Yeah, it's not rooster comb, it's coxcomb, okay? Check your facts. Straight ginger. That's awesome, Infinity Blessed. That's really nice. I love the way that feels. It like warms your body. Really, I think it has like digestive benefits and maybe inflammation of ginger and anti-inflammatory effects. That's awesome. That's awesome. What a cool thing. Anyways, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna go see what they're doing over on TikTok. They really like me over there. Those kids, you know, they just love this stuff. Oh, that's cool. Local tea house. Wouldn't that be cool to just have like a chain? Just a chain, you know, just be the first person to make that North American chain of tea houses. Just the My Tea Connection. Location 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, just like every major city has a My Tea Connection. That's capital intensive, so we're nowhere near anything like that. But that's cool, man. Yeah, like the local tea shop. That's cool. And maybe a chain would just kill it. You know, it's cool to have all these little independent tea shops. Different vibes. Big corporate My Tea Connection comes into town and just starts putting everybody out of business. It's just a sad story. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I am nowhere near a threat to any tea company at this point. Nowhere near that. I'm just a threat to my landlord at this point. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. And, wow, we had new people, YMZ Photos, OG. We had Infinity Blessed, sharing her blessed life with ginger tea. Amazing. T-shirt stopped by. Emmanuel, always a pleasure. Gave me some much-needed feedback on that Shaihong cake, which is coming to the website. Really, really cool. Thanks so much, guys. I will catch you tomorrow. And I will leave you with this dry... That's the dog fur. These dry leaves. Thank you.